Good morning to all the meme stock investors, be it AMC, GameStop, Redbox, and all the rest. Good morning to you. Hope you guys are nice and rested today on Saturday, and that you have plans with your family after a long week of investing, frustrations with the manipulations in the stock market. But we're on the right track, guys. We're on the right track. I'm very happy that, some of this AMC cult mentality is kind of like starting to shift a little bit, and people are realizing, okay, I've got my shares here. It's time for me to start taking what I've learned so far. If you're a newbie investor and AMC was your first play or a meme stock was your first play, and I'm glad to see guys finally saying, you know what, it's time to look around and see how I can make some money. You've been holding this AMC stock for a very long time and you haven't made any money if you've just been going by the strategy of buy and hold. Now, real quick regarding Redbox, I just want to address one thing, after especially watching Teddy's video late yesterday. As you guys know, I didn't have a big chance to really get on YouTube and come out and talk about, the occurrences of Redbox throughout the day. I caught everything towards the end because I was very tied up yesterday. But as you know, Teddy put out on his video that I think it was 25,000 call options finished in the money. So at 12:01. So that's great. I mean, that the fact that the stock had an incredible rip at the end of the day was extremely amazing. I wound up keeping 200 shares throughout the weekend. I know that I said in my video that I was going to go with 100 shares, but as it started riding out, because I still had my shares, as it started riding out, I started realizing, hey man, this has got a nice little trend going into this long weekend. And look, we have to see what the data is next week. And as you see, this stock changes by the day with what they are doing to kind of shut us out from a squeeze, an obvious squeeze. So you're pretty much aware of all the ways that they've kind of manipulated Redbox. Now, from the moment that we watched it and caught it somewhere in early May, some of you may be in the middle of May, some of you in the end of May, but you pretty much have been able to see that the short interest was extremely high, the float's extremely low, and they shut out options. They took away the buy button on the options. So you can clearly see what they're doing with these short squeeze plays that we are jumping on. And I just wanted to let you guys know that Redbox will end. I have never sold this as a long-term play. This will expire, okay? We found it. Kevin studied it. It was a good play. Most of you should have made some money. I know I made a lot of good money with Redbox. Redbox helped me to basically erase most of my losses in the stock market since I started investing with AMC about a couple years ago. So no matter how Redbox finishes, at least as far as I'm concerned, it has been an extremely great play, an extremely good moneymaker for me. And I hope and I think that most of you have made money or at least have learned all these tactics that we couldn't really see them in AMC and GameStop. We really can see them in Redbox. So I spoke with Kevin, him and I now have exchanged our information, and now we text throughout the day to kind of see, what we're thinking about the play and all the other plays that we're looking at and stuff like that. And he and I kind of agreed that the way we want to direct our channels, and I'm pretty sure Teddy is going to be on board with this type of situation because that's how he plays the stock market. But I want to kind of be a team of short hedge fund headhunters. Okay, I want to headhunt these stocks that are heavily shorted, and I want to surprise attack them and jump in and make whatever we can and jump out before they use their manipulative tactics in order to kind of close and end the play out on us. See, because I believe that the number one and best strategy of playing these short, heavily shorted stocks is the element of surprise. And that's really what worked with GameStop. That it was the element of surprise that they all piled in when the shorts were not expecting it, and they were able to drive that price up. It kind of worked with AMC in the beginning, but they figured out that people were coming at that point with AMC, and they've been able to kind of suppress it for all this time. So I just wanted to tell you guys that the way we're going to direct our channels, I believe, and I'm pretty sure Kevin agrees, is that we're going to study some of these stocks that are heavily shorted and look at the data and see if we can jump in there and make some money and squeeze these guys out. So we want to punish hedge funds in multiple stocks. That's what I want to do. I think Kevin is cool with that too. We don't want to be stuck holding bags for 2 years and listening to catalysts that don't ever make it, because we were noobs with AMC. We've learned a lot now with AMC, and a lot of people, they got hurt with AMC. Kevin's one of them. I'm one of them. And I know a lot of you have been hurt by AMC. We're still going to see it through. I'm going to see it through. And I know a lot of you are going to see it through. I also think Teddy is going to see it through to a certain extent. He's probably going to always hold something just to see this whole process through. But the time has come, guys. The time has come to start looking around and seeing and taking what you have learned up to this point about how to play these stocks and how to make some money for yourself. It's time to recoup some money. We've been holding for a very long time. We've only been losing with this particular stock, and it's time for us to start recouping some money, and that's the way we're going to direct our channel. Now, obviously, we want the largest audience. Why? Because when we say, hey, we found this, here's the data, guys, let's pound on it, we're going to have to do that. But it ain't going to work with Kevin's 1,000 subscribers, my 6,000 subscribers, and actually with Teddy's 15,000 subscribers. Our channels need to be pretty big so that when we say, yo, let's pound on this stock, they're in there, let's get them, let's squeeze them out of this one, we need to reach enough people. It's not going to work with 20,000 people, for instance. You need like 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, who knows? But I hope you guys like this plan, because this is where my channel is going to go. I am in no way afraid of putting this out publicly at all. I have seen enough of this stock market to say, yo, if you're going to cheat, then I'm going to do whatever I can in order to gang up on you and try to squeeze you out of your positions. I want to be rich just like you. So I want to do whatever I can in order to get rich. And I want you guys to kind of like get motivated on that, because we can't just sit around in AMC. You just can't do that no more. Ample time was given in AMC. It's been a long time. And clearly the one that's really destroying that play the most is Adam Aaron. That tweet, that shareholders meeting, none of that was good information. The fact that he dropped all his shares at $27, that was already the first sign that it wasn't good. Second thing is when they ran it up to 34 and they killed the play right there. So as you can see, there's multiple things going on here as to why AMC has not reached the moon. So I just wanted to come out and throw that out for you guys so that you can kind of think about it. And see if it's something that you want to join in and do. I want to try to build a community of investors that don't have a lot of money, can just jump into a stock with very minimal amount of money. I don't want people to over leverage themselves. I want to look out for these heavily shorted stocks with low floats that doesn't take a lot of shares for multiple people to be able to afford and buy in order to squeeze them out and make ourselves some money. Yeah, maybe we're not going to make $100,000 a share. Maybe no stock is ever going to reach that. Likely no stock is ever going to reach that on a short squeeze play, not anymore. I think it's pretty obvious at this point that they're going to do whatever they can, either cheating or in their power, in order to stop squeeze plays. But that doesn't mean we can't squeeze them up from, like, let's say there's a stock that's $10, but we can squeeze it up to 50 or 70 or 100. And that's still that's a ton of fucking money, guys. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I want to build a team of hedge fund head hunters on these short squeeze plays in these tickers that they're over leveraged. Have a good weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, like I said early on in this video, have a great Father's Day. Fathers mean a lot in this world, man. You're just as important as the mother. And, if you're a good father and you know that, man, tomorrow's that day for you. I know that I'm a father, and I believe that I've been a very good father to my child. And I'm looking to have a good time tomorrow with my son. Johnwicksnipin is out. Thanks for watching.